Hello Virgo, this is a reading for you for the time beginning with great solar eclipse on the 21st of August 2017, and it's gonna influence your energy for more than a month, at least 6 weeks, but I think more like 3 months, 6 months, a year. Some people even say that it's up to 18 years that can be influenced. So it's a very special reading, especially for you, Virgo, because we have lots of things going on in your sign. Mars is going to ingress Virgo very soon on the 5th of September. Also Venus on the 20th of September. So in a month it's coming. And Mercury is right now it's retrograding in your sign, and it's going to stay there till the end of August. No, until the 5th of September. So many interesting things going on in your sign, but also generally speaking this is a very interesting time astrologically, because Uranus is retrograding, and Neptune is retrograding, and Pluto is retrograding, so it's time to re-evaluate things. Also Saturn is retrograding, but it's going to come out of this quite soon, in 6 days from now. Today is the 19th of August. So let's begin. A very powerful time for you. Let's focus. These cards are already shuffled, and I'm just gonna cut them. Universe, guide me for Virgo. So these energies are going to start to play out now, about now, but there's no clear ending time. It can evolve for, I think, at least 2 months. This is a very special spread. I call it the heptapod spread. It was influenced by the movie Arrival, that I loved very much. It's a movie about how language influences not only our thoughts but also our timeline, let's say, because it's disputable whether you can talk about present, future and past in the universe, such as this depicted there. But that's another topic. Let's look at your cards. First, at the bottom of the deck, we'll see the background energy of this period, the background energy flowing around these very serious events going on in the sky and on our earth. And you have King of Wands, a creative master, the master of fire, one that never burns himself and one that never burns anyone unless he wants it. Entrepreneur, so you can do whatever you want. It's not a magician. Magician has all the tools. He only has fire, but he knows this fire like anyone else. and he knows how to put his passion into life. So that's this fiery mastery for you, Virgo, around you, around this time. This card indicates you right now at this moment. And you have 9 of chalices, which is very nice, because 9 of chalices is, I think, the peak emotional experience. When you're happy and you know it, and you don't clap your hands because you're receiving, but you're also able to give. This person is open to the universe, and this person is in a state of balance. That's why 9 is sometimes I think it's better than 10, because 10 indicates the ending. 10 indicates that there is no balance anymore, that something's gonna fall over. But this one, you're in a perfect balance, giving and receiving, and being happy with what you have, being happy on your own. And you have the potential to share it with others. You have the potential to bring someone in and introduce them into your happiness, if they are ready for your happiness. So there is potential of growth here, but you're already perfectly balanced here with your emotional experiences. What's above you, and this is literally what is above you, the above influence, the main outer influence from above for you, is King of Chalices. So great emotional again, balance, being very matured in this, being an adult as far as emotions are concerned. Not only knowing them, but feeling them and leaving them in truth, not being afraid, not being ashamed of them, understanding and feeling perfectly emotions as a, I don't want to say weapon, but as a tool, as something that can make you stronger, accepting the way you feel, like it is. So it seems blessed, and it seems very mature for me until now. Let's look. Where are you coming from? So your past, or what's coming, what's going to the past? What do you leave behind? Or where are you coming from? Where all this is coming from? We have the High Priest. This is quite masculine so far. The High Priest sometimes called the Hierophant. It is all about faith, religion, but most of all for me it's about your spiritual growth, spiritual experience. This knowledge coming from above, as I said, perhaps for you in the form of emotions, but as it is going to the past, it's the past experience that you had with the High Priest. Is connected with hierarchy. It is connected with marriage, all things written, all things lawful. But also it's about being a teacher and being a student, being able to give and take, knowledge, but most of all wisdom. It's more about wisdom. This is earthy energy. It's Taurus. So perhaps someone important for you having this Taurus characteristics, loyalty, very stable, fixed on earth. The high priest. Perhaps there was time where you were required to acquire knowledge, acquire faith, acquire strength through spiritual experience. And it may be that this led you to this state of perfect balance, emotional balance. So this is where you are now, and where are you coming from? Now, let's talk about more difficult things and things to come. Your weakness or your challenge, a difficult challenge during this time. The Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords can be an earth sign, usually Gemini, but it can also be a Libra or Aquarius. This is air in action, so this is air and fire, a very combustible energy. And usually when I see him or her, this can be him or her, I think about crusader. I think about someone who's very convinced that he or she is right, and he or she has the right to bring this truth to others, no matter what, no matter if they want it or not. And when I see, now I recognize this, that in one hand he's holding a sword, but in the other there's this book. And the high priest also has the book. It's as if he took the book from the high priest, and now he's sharing it with others from above. It's like saying, I know better. I know better than you. Now you listen to me. Because this is important. You need to listen. You need to understand. You need to take it. No, you don't. But this is kind of energy of Knight of Swords. Usually doing before thinking and seeing the world in very, black and white. This is bad, this is good, nothing in between. Very dangerous energy. Because, he wants to share something really good. He thinks it's good. He is absolutely sure he's right. So he wants to share. But it's not always like that. And during this sharing, this person may be very, very dangerous, hurting, not intentionally. By the way, this is even more terrible when I hear this, hurting by the way, as if there was something more important than primum non nocere. First, don't hurt anyone. That's not the guy. But usually, this can be another person, but usually I read for you. So this is for you. And this may be your energy and your weakness. You may be, prone to this kind of soar above all energy. You want to share this good news you read in your book. And if someone doesn't want to listen, well, beware, because I'm coming and I'm powerful. And I'm going to bring it to you no matter what. Careful with that, Virgo. Careful with this black and white thinking, this crusader mode. Now, how do you cope with this? What's the answer to this? The answer is Two of Swords. So, Two of Swords, depending on the system, it can talk about being unable to choose or balance. So you choose between red and white. You choose between left and right. You don't want to see things because you want to choose within you, not being influenced by others. As I see it, this card also indicates that there's discordance between your heart and your mind. If this is the danger, and this is very much the mind, Knight of Swords. I know I said first he does, then he thinks, but the way he thinks is dangerous. This black and white thinking. So I think this card says, in doubt, use your heart. Use your heart to choose. Use your heart not to hurt. Because your heart's going to tell you when there's danger to hurt someone. Don't do it. Choose with your heart. You're open here. This is important in this card. That although she doesn't see, but she feels, and she's very open, her heart. On this card, because in many decks we see a person with crossed arms, crossed on the heart, but not here. She's open. Her heart is ready to receive the message and to give the message. It's not guarded. So there's clear indication to use your heart while deciding what to do. It's funny, it's during the cold winter, but she's bare and the flowers are blossoming and there are butterflies here. Like the heat of the heart is enough in this situation. Okay? Now, I told you what may be your weakness during this time, but what will be your strength? Three of Chalices. So again, feelings. You're very much strong in feelings, in your emotions. This one is joy. Enjoying. Being happy together with others. Celebrating. Very often this is a card indicating friends. So close ones, friends and family, together, enjoying, being happy, supporting each other, I think. Again, this is heart-centered energy. It's not in your mind when you're happy with others. It's within your heart. There's this, hearth, a furnace inside every one of us, our heart, that is hot, life-giving force. Okay, so your happiness, your inner joy coming from inner peace, I think. These do support each other. This is your strength. Now, where to go? Where to focus? What's the point you should focus on? What's the area of your intention? The Hermit, well, this is you. This is you, Virgo. So is it about being you? This heart-centered perspective seems very prominent during this time. Because when I see Hermit, I always remember all those pictures where this person is depicted in the midst of winter, holding a lantern and searching for truth. Searching for truth. But it's very often searching for truth within. Not out, but within. In yourself. Again, in your heart. When I see this light the Hermit is holding, I know this is the light, the eternal light shining inside each and every one of us. But many of us didn't discover it. Many of us has never discovered it, or many of us hasn't discovered it yet. So perhaps this is a good time to look for it, for those of you who don't realize it's already there, because it is. It is already there. You just haven't found the door to the room with the lantern yet. But once you find it, even if you lose it then, you know it's there. And it's always shining. So focus on looking for this light or being in this light of your eternal glory, of your eternal divine nature. Try to discover it if you haven't yet. And be you, Virgo, because it's your card. This is a clear message. Focus on yourself. Focus on this most divine speckle of light in you. And what's to come? What's the, I don't want to say result, because, you know, the outcome. Because it's never this way. It's never like we have one outcome and then the cycle ends and this is the end, and yeah, this is, you know, packed in a package and you put it on the shelf and yeah, this is done. No, it never works this way. It's rather, okay, next step, and then next step, and then again and again and again. You climb this staircase or this ladder. So what's the partial time-bound result of this process here? Four of Wands. So again, happiness. Look, this may be temporal. This may be, you know, a shelter for some time for you, but it's stable. It's a stable energy. It is a 4. And it's creating something not only for you, but also for others. That's why I said your friends are going to be important. And this is your strength. You are able to create a place where people want to gather with you, be with you, enjoy life with you, because they feel safe and they feel loved here. Because this is the warmth of your heart, what I see here. this beautiful place is built around the warmth of your heart you're holding here so tenderly. You see? Focus on your heart. Focus on your inner light. You know where to look for. And you know what to look for. It's a very peaceful and powerful reading about searching for light and finding it, I think. Finding it finally. Because from the background you take this fire and you make a beautiful campfire with it, for not only for you, but for many. So, Virgo, I wish you many happy and warm days, and many people who will discover and appreciate the warmth of your heart. I wish you all the best. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.